I guess the first thing I want to do is try and confirm some information we saw online earlier today, essentially alluding to a meeting that took place earlier today, the result, I guess, of which was that Shelly Bay has been taken off of the BTA's beach vision plan. Is that in fact accurate?
Well, what we've done, we met with the people who are very concerned about what was happening on the beach, and we managed to reach a common point of understanding. Okay. And so that we have found confirmation, we found confirmation that a concession of some sort, whether it's a lunch wagon or something, that can be present, as well as occasional events. But we're waiting for a final sort of formal proposal to come from them. And I think we've also embraced the concept, which is already part of what we were looking to do in terms of handicapped and physically challenged access.
Yep.
What we think is important is, and this has been our hallmark from the beginning of this process, is that one, we do not intend to politicize this, and two, any product that we produce, any aspect of what this government does, it reflects the community. And so the consultative process continued and continues up to this point. But I think that when we are able to meet with people who have the strongest objections and find common ground, I think that bodes well. That we listen and we're prepared to embrace suggestions.
So that meeting this morning, can you tell me who was part of it? Obviously, you were there. I understand Minister Birch was as well.
There were a number of area representatives, a number of people who have been involved in the protest. And I think that what we found is that we were able to meet ground and be able to clear up misunderstandings, clear up misconceptions, but also to get a clear vision in terms of how we can work together going forward.
Was the BTA represented at the meeting this morning?
No.
Okay. So tell me then what I guess this augmented vision for the beach will now include. A single concession, is that?
Well, as we said, we've agreed to that as a part of the overall. Isn't it great to have children?
Yeah, sure is.
But we've found that there is some common ground. We've gone from we don't want anything to we want A, B, C, and D. And so what tonight was really, we said we would continue with this event, and that gives everyone the opportunity, once they put in their final written submission, to give the feedback. And you might say, you know, we want to stay in the position we have, we may want to do something different. But we felt it was important that the community understands that the government, the Ministry of Economic Development, the Ministry of Works, run this. And so what happens is our decision, it's our final implementation that has to matter. And so for the public to sort of understand that we're the ones that will make the final decision, that we're listening and that we're paying attention.
I guess you had a meeting this morning with Minister Simmons and Minister Birch.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that meeting and what happened?
Well, at that meeting, the group of us, Esme Williams, Cheryl Ann Griffith, Alan Smith, and myself, and Derek Burgess, and Tanae Furbert was present, that we told them that we were not compromising, and that we did not believe that anything should happen on the beach, no commercialization. And we showed them, I have over 1,500 signatures to the petition, and people are still signing the petition. And I think that most people now realize that, you know, the majority of people agree with us that Shelly Bay Beach should remain as it is.
Now, as I said in social media, you claimed a victory, you claimed power to the people. What were you promised this morning?
We were promised that the Minister Birch would, he has to get the approval of the cabinet, and to take Shelly Bay off the beach vision, and we'll go forward from there.
I was speaking with Minister Simmons earlier, and he said, look, there's not going to be any containers on the beach.
Right.
He said there might be a concession or concessions.
And we agreed to one, we do not oppose having one food truck or lunch wagon on, and it would be in this area right here.
Yeah.
But nothing on the beach.
Okay. Do you see this as a victory then for
the people? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're of the opinion that most residents were opposed to the vision outlined by the BTA.
Yes.
So going forward, what comes next for you and your group with regards to Shelly Bay?
Well, I mean, we were here, we were together just because of this. We're not a group that...
well, concerned residents, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what will happen if the promise is not kept.
Yeah.
We'll, you know, have to go forward from there.
Absolutely.
But I trust Colonel Birch and Jamahl Simmons. any PLP government.
There's been a lot of concerns have been raised, have been about the location of the concession and how it comes in the containers. I think there's also been concern about umbrellas and chairs. I think people are worried that something that they see as a locals beach will become something similar to Horseshoe or that kind of thing.
I don't think so. If the rentals, it's more of a convenience than pushing out the umbrellas and chairs or whatever. It's just basically if you forget to leave your chair or umbrella, you can rent it. I'm not going to tell you that you can't have this here or this is my designated area. I'm from this country, this part of the country, so
are you?
I know how it goes around here.
You're in Hamilton Parish?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm camped around here. I camp every year, not this year, but majority of the times that I have been here, and I picnic and swim. But
does it frustrate you as a young entrepreneur, as a Hamilton Parish area resident, when you hear these kind of?
Definitely. A lot of the how can I put it? A lot of people that are opposing have this image of privatizing the beach. I guess it's because of the bad taste that they have before with other people.
Yeah.
This to me was a great opportunity because it also allows our dependents that are community people to be here, which now stops them from being entrepreneurs or now they have to go and look somewhere else if they don't get this. But other than that, it's up to the decision of the community and the government. I'm just here just to show you my products, entertain my community, trying to bring a lot of fun experience to Shelly Bay, which is my main thing. From the kids, from that's 2 to 6, Tarzan boats from 8 to 45.
So for Shelly Bay, did you have any opinions one way or the other? What do you think should be done or shouldn't be done at Shelly Bay?
I think if there's going to be any pushback on proposals for the beach, it'd be more warranted if it was a proposal for more of a kind of, fixed infrastructure, setup. I'm not too clued into what the exact plans are, but from what I understand, most of the installation is going to be modular in nature. So plug in, play, and everything's said and done. If that day ever comes, pack up shop and minimal disruption to the beach, minimal impact, etc., etc. So I'm a bit hard pressed, provided that's the case. Assuming that's the case, why there'd be any pushback on that.
I think some of the concerns I heard in talking with people attached to the organization that I guess there was about, they were worried that, with things like containers on the beach, housing concessions, and beach umbrellas and stuff like that, it would just become another maybe Horseshoe Bay type situation and lose some of the, I guess, family aspect or traditional nature of the beach that people have come to love. How do you feel about that?
I think there's always a shade of gray, right? I mean, as Bermuda, it's a small town. You're connected to everyone in the opinions for those 2 degrees of separation. So if those are the sentiments expressed, then it's not rocket science to identify a solution that kind of meets in the middle, right? I don't see why both can't be accommodated. Provide an experience that's great for families. It adds comfort. It adds amenity. It enhances the experience, and it also serves whatever benefits being offered to the individuals that are looking to facilitate that. And these are Bermudian entrepreneurs, and they need avenues through which to offer their products and offer their services. Nothing balance falls at either end of the spectrum, right? There's a middle ground that I think exists, and it's that kind of Goldilocks space that will keep everybody happy. And I think the dialogue just needs to continue between the various parties that are taking a stance on things, regardless of whether it's for or against, to identify what that happy medium is, right?
Now, this all seems a little bit. The entrepreneurs maybe aren't in the spotlight tonight like they should be. Certainly some comments were made earlier today on social media, elsewhere, that the plan, as you guys had it, as far as for containers and concessions on the beach and what seems to be dead in the water, so to speak. I understand this decision was made at a meeting earlier today that the BTA was not present. Does this come as then a complete surprise to you when you hear this?
No, I mean, this has been an extended community debate, so, no turn in that discussion is particularly a surprise. And, we're encouraged that these guys had the chance to show what they can do. And, we know that the minister wanted to go ahead with tonight and wants these guys to demonstrate what they can do, because there will be vending opportunities for them that could be on other beaches, could be not in a beach, or might be on this beach. But having them show the community what it is they would do given the chance is a worthwhile activity.
The Minister Simmons' suggestion, what he said to me, that that this decision about no container on the beach was about listening to the will of the people. I would like to think that the BTA obviously would have consulted with the community on this kind of thing. So was it a surprise to you that there was that kind of opposition to the plan for Shelly Beach in the beginning?
I think we always expect in any plan there will be people that will be for something and against something. And certainly when you're trying to do something different, you expect a lot of resistance to that. So, containerized structures are new to Bermuda, and they are a lightweight and environmentally friendly and inexpensive solution to what has been a vexing challenge for us, which is actually how to create space for entrepreneurs in places like this. So, I think that's a worthy experiment.
So where does the plan for Shelly Bay Beach then go from here? It seems like there's a lot of uncertainty right now as to what will exist at Shelly Bay Beach and what won't. I mean, we got some definitive comment that there won't be a container ship. I think there's the suggestion that there will be at least one concession, but do we know anything for certain?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we want to finish tonight well, and then tomorrow we'll see where we are.
I think a lot of the attention for the event tonight had to do with differing opinions on what's planned for the beach. Some people very opposed to the ideas for container concessions on the beach, and concerns over things like beach umbrellas and chair rentals and that kind of thing. I'm wondering how you feel about the whole situation.
I'm definitely against the containers and all of that. I don't really see this as a touristy beach. This is more of a local neighborhood beach. We actually have picnics here every year. So this is somewhere where we can come as locals and enjoy.
Okay. And do you think concessions would ruin? Are you against the idea of concessions here?
One concession is fine, but multiple, I'm against that.
And things like the beach umbrellas and stuff like that, how do you feel about that?
I'm opposed to that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Any particular reason why?
I just enjoy the local aspect of it. We're just used to bringing our own materials to the beach.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I would say if we have our stuff, we'll just bring it. Yeah.
No matter what happens, what would you say is essential that remains the same about Shelly?
Keep it as, I guess, as clear as possible. It's nice to be able to have the additional parking here, and then during the holiday period, you can set up your tents and everything here. So this is one of the, I would say, one of the only beaches that we have the accessible parking and a nice family beach.
Yeah. Did you have an opinion one way or the other on what was proposed for Shelly Bay Beach?
Not really, but I think that anything that could possibly just enhance the beach overall is a good thing.
There was certainly a lot of, it seemed like, concern about the containers on the beach. Some of the umbrellas, I guess, worries that, a beach which is synonymous with being very family friendly might become something like Horseshoe Bay. Do you think those were warranted at all? Did you have one at all?
I think some of those are a bit, it's a double-edged sword, because I guess people who are used to seeing the beach a certain way for many years will be resistant to any form of change, but I think people are a bit overzealous. I don't think they're going to do anything that's going to really wreck the beach or make it unenjoyable for everybody else. Because there was, once upon a time, if I remember, a restaurant and an arcade and a changing room. So I would have to see, everything sounds good on paper, but I guess until it's implemented, it's hard to really get a feel for.
What is Shelly Beach to you? What is it important going forward remains, and what needs to be left out?
Well, the overall topology shouldn't change, if that's the case. Keeping it as it is, I don't think that the beach itself is going to actually be, there's not going to be any issues, I guess, with the beach as far as what they're proposing, to the best of my knowledge. So as long as the overall topology remains the same, it shouldn't really be an issue with, I think, when people if they want to set up some vendors and have them, cater to the tourists and locals alike.